Hey everyone, it's Michael from Writing Research and Technology. This is my first response assignment, um, and I can honestly say I haven't talked to just a camera in a few years. The last time I did was for a movie I was making by myself, so it's kind of a lonely experience. But I am used to talking to just cameras though, because I do Skype every single day. I have a girlfriend very far away, and it's how we keep in touch with each other. So, thank God for that. And I'm hoping to develop that into a good idea for later on this semester. So we were assigned a bunch of interesting and lengthy videos, and the one that I want to comment on the most was an anthropological look at YouTube. I hope I said that right. Which I had seen prior in Dr. Back's Current Issues in Electronic Media class. Every single idea this guy says is brilliant and insightful and fascinating, and just the numbers that you see. And this was made over a year ago. I can only imagine how much more exponentially it's grown. But I want to kind of compare that to a film that came out a few years ago called Waking Life. And if you haven't seen it, put it at the top of your Netflix queue, because it's pretty brilliant. Lots of philosophical discussions, and you can see that, you can apply that to YouTube. And the first one was a guy who was talking about how we are evolving as a species so quickly that within our own lifetimes we may see like evolution. At least that's my interpretation of his argument. We may see our own evolution, and I think that applies to YouTube and other similar writing technologies, because it's happening so quickly that in our own generation we have seen so many advances in just the internet alone, regardless of other communications and writing methods. And I think that he kind of touches on that in that video. Another thing is the idea of aesthetic arrest. Waking Life has that concept also. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, it's the idea of being arrested by the beauty of the human form. And there's nothing like perverted about it or anything. It's completely wholesome. So it's not voyeurism. And it's not voyeurism because it's innocent. And it's something that in our society we're kind of taught to avoid that, because those bad things are always attached to it. But like with the Free Hugs campaign, which he touches on in the video, where a guy goes around and his tapes just giving hugs to people because he was initially lonely and he wanted to experience that beauty of the human experience. And that's when you get aesthetically arrested, because you're watching this and it's not the beauty of the human form, but it's the beauty of the possibilities of human behavior that I think really touches me. Alright, well, I'm running out of time, but the second point I really wanted to touch on in this response was Creative Commons. I didn't really understand it not too long ago, but now I know a lot more about it. And being someone who attempts to create things myself, the idea that there are other creative people out there who are willing to like lend you their work so you can grow from it, it's something I really didn't think about until I took Professor Courtney's module, An Introduction to Writing Arts, and we read Peter Elbow, and we learned about collaboration and how it's inevitable. And this is sort of taking the sneakiness of the collaboration of creative people, and I'm still undecided about how I really feel about it. So hopefully as the semester goes on and I start using these sources, I'll be more grateful. But anyway, and more willing. What I mean is more willing to put my own stuff on there should I ever have something to offer the community at large. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed listening to my rant, and I'll see everyone in class.